It's WDHA's Reconnect with Rockers. Ba-da-ba-ba. All right, so all the drummers that I know are jealous, pissed, and wish that they were talking to you, Mr. Abe Cunningham, because you're like an icon. Did you know that? You are a percussion icon.
I'm just a squirrel looking for a nut, preparing for a long, cold winter. And whatever you just said that's all debatable. But I'll say, what's up? How y'all doing?
I love it. I'm so happy to chat with you. It's such a pleasure. Congratulations, of course, on just a great new record, new Deftones. When I heard we were getting new Deftones, I was like, there is a silver lining in 2020. We've got a great new record out called Ohms, which I feel for you guys. I feel for every artist releasing new music now because it's so incredibly challenging. But let me first say, congratulations on being one of the few bands unboxed. There is no box for the Deftones. There's no, you're described as so thinking man's metal, new metal, progressive metal. I love that the metal is always there, but there's really no, it's not like, oh, there's a Deftones single. Like, no, I'm just looking for Deftones music. So talk to me about putting together this new record, working with Terry Date again, which is great that you guys are back together. That had to sort of feel like coming home a little bit. And what has it been like, putting everything together and getting it out now?
I mean, all right. Hey, what's up? This shit is crazy, as we all know. We're all in it. Just being able to, as far as the record goes out, it comes out on Friday. I don't know if is it Friday today? I don't know if we're doing it. Are we lying, or this is real? We're doing it real.
Yeah. So by the time we do it, actually, you guys will have the record out.
Okay. The one I just did before this was like, pretend it's Friday. It's Friday. I was like, okay, hey, happy release day, everybody. So
happy weekend.
You know what? I mean, so we toss it. It's nuts. I mean, we are a touring band who needs to tour, who wants to tour, who lives to tour, and putting a record. You hear all these people talking like, do we put it out now? Do we wait till we can actually support it? And we just said, we said, fuck it. There's I can say that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can I speak freely?
Yeah, you can speak as freely as you want, Abe.
Right. So, I mean, we have a plan, but, we kind of we moved it around a couple of days, a couple of weeks here and there, but it's pretty much on target is what we originally planned. And we just had figured, man, if our music could help anyone out, help their day out, we might as well just put some music out. And we try to make albums. We still try to make, it's not we've never really been a singles based band. And this day and age when everything is so singles based and how people get their music and streaming and everything, we still concentrate on making full records, man, that hopefully are listened to from the start to finish,
See, I love that. And I love that for new music fans. I think it's so important. There are certain bands that do things that we want people to experience. And I think putting a full record out, as I was going to say, like when you hear the opening track, when you hear like Genesis, it opens it and it starts the journey. And Deftones records for me are always journeys. I always feel like I'm going on a journey with a band. I would imagine, I don't ask a lot of artists this question, but sequencing is probably pretty important. Is that important to you guys?
For real. Yeah, totally. That's a great question. Plus it's fun as hell too. Like, the gaps in between songs, is it immediate? Does it crossfade, or, is there a couple of seconds, or is it a little interlude and stuff like that? So there's definitely a lot of thought into that. All of our records, mainly with I guess from the jump, but I mean, for real, that's something that we definitely put a lot of thought and time into, and it should, the flow of the album. And again, do you listen to it in headphones on your bed with some lava lights and some wine, a joint, water, OJ, I don't know.
God,
beer,
that sounds great. I feel like I'm leaving now. I'm like, bye, see ya.
Yeah, later.
Off like a prom dress to do that. But yeah, that's the experience. That's the experience, and it's not only in your ears too, it's in your mind, it's in your head. It's sort of, Deftones records kind of they make their way sort of through the body, and you kind of get that whole experience, which I absolutely love. And I think the fans are so passionate. I mean, you're their band, and they know what's in your head before you know what's in your head as a band, because whenever I'm reading message boards or whatever, like they know about the artwork, They know what you guys meant by this. They know, they're so in the zone. And there's not every band can say that about the fan base.
Hey, I'll take it. Thank you. We're very appreciative and very thankful, man. And people were actually hacking in. They got some source code to, like, when we first started leaking, or the people, our management and label, like, their people are hacking in. We had to hire like these crazy cyber sheriffs to, like,
Wow.
people, so they're trying to get the scoop. We're trying to leak little things out and be all, so. But hey, man, I just want to rock.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that. I love that the fans, I love to see fans that passionate about music, So talk to me a little bit about working again with Terry, who worked on the first 4 records, of course, and, the iconic, White Pony. And he's, people don't realize sometimes that people that are that close to the music and producing your records are part of your band. So, they're a member, they become a member. What did that feel like for you guys?
Terry's, obviously, he was with us for the first record on through number 4, self-titled album. We actually did try to work again later on with the Eros record that never came out. That was, when was that? 12 years ago? I don't even know. Math was never my best subject. 12 years ago, I don't know. But long story short, he's family. We've known him for so long. His wife, his daughters were like babies when we did our first record. Now they're grown women. They're getting married. Like just this, and we've always kept in touch. And for instance, like on White Pony, which is our 3rd album, he said, "Hey guys, usually if I'm fortunate enough to be able to work with a band on their 3rd record, I usually suggest that maybe they try to work with someone else just to see what they can gain and learn and what someone else can bring to the table." So we're like, okay. So we actually, on that record in particular, we ended up taking some different meetings with other people, but we're like, shit, there's just the whole learning curve and just the comfort level in the studio. And it wasn't broke, so let's give it another. So we went back to Terry, and then of course that was White Pony, and then self-titled after that. Yeah. The main thing he always said, "Hey guys, I'm always here. Just, if you need anything from me, just give me a buzz." So that this time around, we're like, shit, we need to go kick it with Terry again. And so we just gave him a call and gave him a buzz and what's up? So,
yeah. It's nice to come back together with family. And you have such a great history with him too.
It's a well-worn flannel or a well-worn pair of, it's just like an old blanket Terry's not an old blanket, but something that's comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Comfortable yet challenging, because he's got such a great ear and he's worked with so many awesome artists. So comfortable and yet challenging and bringing, that Deftones sound that everybody likes and certainly a freshness for a record for 2020. Because I've heard this record described as being like, oh, this is a real 2020 record because of, the darkness and the angst and the, the pain that we kind of love about Deftones records. And I think this is a perfect,
it's actually quite a positive record too. If you really, it really is a positive album too. It has all that as well. But I think with 2020, you can kind of apply that's a 20. You could just really plug anything into 2020. My God.
Yeah. And find a desperation, but I mean that in a good way, moving out of it kind of desperation. Sound. And we get that, I think, in Deftones records. And that's what makes them, I think that you sort of get through that angst and come out on the other side. Does that sound kind of crazy? But that's how my journey through Deftones records has always been.
That's perfect. That's spot on. That's how being in Deftones is.
Is it really?
Yeah. There's been a lot of years together, man, and certainly have not been around forever, but we've been a band for 32 years, man.
32 years? Yeah. 88.
We were 15,
Does it feel like,
for a while, but,
does it feel like 3? Does it feel like 32? Does it feel like 322? I would imagine it probably changes depending on what day it is.
It's 500, definitely. No, but you know what? These days it's a lot more like, oh, it's been a decade or 5 years. It's pretty amazing how things have went. But it is the proverbial roller coaster ride. There's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows, everything that comes with that, all the rock and roll that we all have watched on Behind the Music, you know what I mean? All this, those are all lessons that we should learn from too. So it's 2020 Deftones is pretty all right, you know what I mean? And we're happy as hell, and we love each other, we kill each other sometimes too, but the love is definitely outweighs the stab you in your neck.
Yeah, and you guys have gone through things that a lot of bands don't go through, the tragedy with Chi and seeing what he went through, for so
Yeah.
long, and then losing him. I mean, that's, something that most bands don't go through. And I would imagine you come out the other side as very different individuals than the guys who went into that.
For sure. And that's what I meant by the other side. I mean, and all the other things too. And being able to get to the other side is, and for the most part intact, is pretty amazing, pretty special.
Yeah,
So
and
it's something
challenging.
we don't take lightly as well. I mean, it's something we just really enjoy each other's friendship and brotherhood after all these years, and more than we ever, and then obviously Chi's situation really kicked us in our ass. I mean, how could it not? I mean, it turned his world, obviously, and our world completely upside down too. So it really made us focus on what's important, and and that was our health. Our brother's down. He's wasn't taken immediately. He was in that situation for 5 years, man, and that's the worst thing to watch that take place. It was, so that made us get over our bullshit and get down to it, and in his honor, and he's, his spirit definitely is always around and guiding. So
I always feel like it is. Yeah. I feel like I still hear him in the music.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I feel like he's still there. Talk to me about the artwork too on the record, because the fans know, so they know what everything means. So talk to me a little bit about how you guys put together the artwork for this record.
I wish I had a really great story. It was kind of down. So Frank Maddox is the guy from Warner Brothers. He actually got hired at Warner Brothers when we did White Pony, but we met him before that. He was the buddy that would come out. He would make like little collage things, and like he made zines, and we're like, well, that's So he actually got hired at Warner Brothers, and then the first thing he did was our White Pony record. So he's been with us from that album all the way till now. So he kind of came to the studio. We were tracking all this down in LA last year, actually. Well, this time last year, June, July-ish last year, was the music was being recorded. So he came out and just kick it and kind of get a little bit of inspiration and stuff. And it came down to pretty much just two things. He had this and we had this, and we're like, that one.
Okay, so it was that easy.
And we got in a huge fight, and that one, this, and then, but those eyes are crazy, man. And it's pretty interesting, actually. Today, the dots, there's 12,995 dots on there on the record. And today, right now, a little thing just came out called Adopt a Dot, and people can adopt a dot and has their maybe a photograph and their information or whatever, so they can be a part of the record.
Oh, that's great.
And then it goes to really goes to two crazy charities.
Oh, I love that. I love that idea.
Yeah, a crew helping the crews out.
So important. So important.
A children's hospital here in Sacramento, where we're all from. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that actually came out today. It had, it's definitely got a really kind of Prince, very 80s, sort of like a When Doves Cry video kind of look to it, like it's got that, and we're Prince freaks and Prince.
Me too. Oh, absolutely. Me too. Maniac.
Totally. So it kind of has that in it, but it's also, I mean, the dots just lent themselves to a million things. So that's kind of what's it was two things, that or this. This or that.
Right.
So.
And I love the fans. I love the fans being part of the music. I love the fans being part of the music. Hey, when I was talking to someone from Warner Brothers and they talked about the 20th anniversary of White Pony, and I was like, no, it's not possible. It's just not possible that it's 20 years already, because it doesn't feel like 20 years. I listened to that record. It is as fresh 20 years ago as it is today. I mean, it's crazy. Does it feel like 20 years since that record?
Which people like called 60 years.
Which people called, sort of like a Deftones game changer, it was like the turn, for the band, and they sort of really found their footing, and, but 20 years for that iconic release, just incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, it's if anyone can have if someone can have a record like that, if someone wants to talk about it 20 years later, that's pretty, and we're very grateful for that. You know what I mean? It's pretty amazing. And if a band could have a record like that in their one record, in their career or whatever, I mean, that's definitely, it's something very, very special. 20 years came and went like nobody's business. I can't.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'm 27, so
how did that happen? I know, me too.
Yeah.
I
So
just hit 30. I don't know where the I don't know where the time went.
yeah,
And
it's nuts. But yeah. So
we were supposed to
no,
have
I'm
you
sorry, Kate.
guys for 2 shows. We were supposed to be at Summer Stage here for us in Jersey, and then Pier 17 in New York, which is such a great venue.
Yeah.
So what has it been like not being able to get out and play the songs for people and be with the fans and do what you guys are just so known for doing, and everybody loves to go to Deftones shows? It's an experience. It's not just going to a concert. It's an experience. The fans are so passionate. How has that made you guys feel as a band?
I'm fucking going out of my goddamn mind. But again, we talked about this earlier. It's not just, we're all going through this, so it's one thing if it was one city or one state or one country. I mean, this is infecting, the entire globe, and the globe is pretty small these days. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Earth is pretty small. It's not as big as it used to be. So, you know what? I mean, we're trying to we've been busy. This whole promo thing has been pretty cool. The past month, 3 weeks, I've been just doing a lot of this, which is great. We're actually, have a new record. Then we have the White Pony re-release and a Black Stallion with that as well, which is another remix record of that. So there's a lot of things in our world going on. So I've been kind of busy, but I'm going fucking crazy. I want to play. I want to just smack my drums and I want to be with my buddies, my best friends, and I want to have that synergy and that back and forth with people at the shows. So everyone's doing fine, but it's like, man, it's just when can we get the green light? When can we go? And it's changing. There's so much information and people's opinions and everyone fucking flying around in a million, and false information. It's just like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it is. It's mental. You feel like you're doing less, but you're way more tired than as if you were literally going through your normal life. And I would imagine for you too, as a drummer,
touring is exhausting. Touring is the best thing in the world, but it's very exhausting. I'm thankful that we've been doing all this flapping of our lips for this new record. So that's definitely, we've occupied a lot of our time, you know what I mean? So, and it's great to talk to people, but yeah, man, it's really, I don't see, I'm forever the optimist, but I don't see an end coming anytime soon right now, or a common, this is what we're going to do. And that's frustrating as hell. So, so I sigh.
Fingers crossed, do our part, everybody who can do their part to make sure that at some point, I always say to people, you want to get back to the life you once knew, you got to do your part, put your mask on, be cool, and we can navigate out of this slowly, but surely.
I got some Maiden masks that came in the mail today.
Ooh.
Power Slave and Number of the Beast masks.
Oh, those are phenomenal. Those are, it's funny. I'm always like, oh yeah, I used to be ordering shirts and now I'm ordering masks. I got Rush Hemispheres.
Masks are getting pretty cool too. There's some good ones out there, man. So
there are definitely some good ones. I got some Bowie. I got a Bowie, Prince, my Rush masks. I had listeners, sometimes listeners make me masks and send them in the mail, which I think is so sweet. Somebody sent me an Alter Bridge mask this week, and a big Alter Bridge fan. So I love that. That's so nice. It makes my day.
Baking cookies. I baked you some cookies. Well, it's a mask, but it's the same sentiment. You know what I mean?
Welcome to 2020. Welcome to 2020. Yeah. So Abe, what did you learn about yourself being in lockdown, or just being with a whole different way of doing life? What did you learn that you liked to do that you never would have thought would have satisfied you at all? Is there anything that, you said, wow, I'm kind of digging this, and I never thought I would like to do this? I'm
tapped out. I'm burnt and fried. And but again, the always forever optimist, I'm trudging forward. We're, got to keep it moving. And it's been crazy here. There's been all these, the past month or so, 3.5 weeks I'm in Sacramento, so we're in the valley, and all these fires all around California.
Oh gosh, yes.
And the air quality was like 456 the other day, which is like, you don't even go out. And it's been awful. And I complain, we're not on fire. And my heart goes out to everyone affected by this shit. It's insane. And the amount and just how fast this, but the smoke has been here the whole time. So it's just been this red sun, if you could see it, for a month, and just worse air quality. So it's just been like that on top of that, on top of that. But I mean, you know, my house is still here. So, very, very grateful. But I'm just trying to keep it positive and keep it moving. You know, I don't know what the fuck I've learned except that maybe always working on patience. You know what I mean? And just trying to keep it. I don't want blinders on, but I kind of do, because you want to just be able to get into the next. You know, I've been going to bed early a lot. How about that?
Yeah.
I've been going to bed really early so I could. And this is terrible. I don't want to waste life, but I want this day to get over. So I've been going to bed really early the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and just like, maybe it'll be over if I go to bed and get up.
Yeah, I'm doing like 10 to 8, and I'm just like, hey, come on, dogs, let's get in bed.
Yeah.
Like we're like ready to roll at like 10 to 8. I haven't done that since the 3rd grade, but I totally get it. But you know what? I'm just psyched that you guys are putting out a record. We're getting a full Deftones record, and I don't think that there's anything better for the fans. So thank you so much for doing that for us.
Oh, our pleasure. Thanks for being patient, and thank you for your ears, you know, after all these years. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm the radio lady, but I'm also the music geek. So there's nothing I like better than knowing that bands I love are putting out new material. So congratulations on Ohms. And I'm so happy that we had the opportunity to, this is called Reconnect with Rockers. You and me are connecting for the first time. But it was such a pleasure to meet you. You're such a cool dude. And it's an honor to chat with somebody who's so incredibly talented and who's given so much to music. 32 years of Deftones music, man. Just keep it coming.
We're on it. No. I mean, hey, we're thrilled and excited and just want to go play. But no, thank you.
Next time I see you, we will be in person. We'll do the hug. We won't have to do the handshake. Yeah, we'll do the hug and no handshaking through the, you know,
Stone Pony. Yeah.
Through the Summer Stage, dude. Yes. Summer Stage. I can't wait to see you guys at Summer Stage. You'll be back there. You'll absolutely be back there. And Pier 17 also in New York City.
That place looks rad. I've been checking it out online.
My
God. Brand new, right? This year or last couple years?
Incredible. I mean, and just the visual when you're playing, it's just amazing. So we cannot wait to get you back into the Northeast. And Abe, thank you so much. And congratulations on Ohms. Just a dynamite piece of music.
Terry, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope everyone has a good day. Have a beer, have some wine, have some water.
And don't forget to put the Deftones on in your headphones.
Yeah, turn the lights down low. Yeah.
Lava lamp. I like lava lamp. I still have a lava lamp. Lava lamp.
You have to, totally. Right on.
DHA's Reconnect with Rockers is powered by Advantage Contracting and by Karis Lock Company.